Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is MaximusBlack.
And Novawar.
And we're bringing you another normal game sent in by the fans at Replays.LifesAGlitchTV at gmail.com.
Yes, Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yes, sir.
Hit me up with that old school noise. Well done. Down here in the bottom left position of Shakuris. Right?
No.
No, this is Daybreak.
There you go.
I saw, the sun is blocking the giant caverns in the middle of the map, and it made it look like Shakuris for a second.
It's okay.
Damn plasmas. They do have a downside. We have Archen, or Archen. I'm gonna call him Archer. And up here in the top right position, we have daveknockwin.
How about we call him Archie? Because I used to read those comics.
Archie. They
Yeah.
still make that shit,
That
dude.
is insane.
And they do it, like, weekly. Like, they put that stuff out, like, I feel like they have a slave shop kind of like they would do for, like, fortune cookies.
Yeah.
Where they just force, like, people to sit down and type out fortunes day after day.
I used to read those, man.
They have a shop for, I mean, I did too. I still have some around here somewhere. I feel like that shit's gonna be worth money someday when that stops.
Probably, or it'll be worth nothing because there's so many copies
of them
out there. Yeah.
That's the other. that would be the other thing. I'll bet you the original are probably worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Just like first edition Charizards.
Used to be worth a lot.
They're probably still worth money today.
Yeah.
Like first edition.
Probably
like
not as much as at the peak of Pokemon.
Yeah, because I know at the peak, like,
it's
for
$500 for a first edition.
Yeah. I remember I used to sell my Charizards at the flea market. I used to get 34. He used to give me $34 for a Charizard, just non first edition.
No, just a regular ass Charizard.
Yeah, or I could do a trade in and get other cards. Man, I wish Pokemon was cool for big kids.
Dude, fuck big kids. If I want to play some Pokemon, I'm gonna play some fucking Pokemon.
Alright, you're right, dude.
I don't give a shit. I will...
But, like, too bad there wasn't, like, an actual place where... I don't know, I miss those days. Like, I love my video games, you know...
Just collecting cards and stuff?
Yeah, like, I miss those days of being a collector, of playing, and the whole, like, it's a social thing, right? It's
yeah,
like, oh,
absolutely.
you know, and the cool feeling of opening up that pack and quickly scrolling through the middle to see what holographic
if you get a holographic.
If you got one, you know? Or you got this, like, shitty Machop.
And I understand.
Machamp.
I understand that, you know, they have you know, Magic the Gathering is huge, but they have...
That doesn't do it for me, though.
No, and they have cards come out, like, constantly. And in order to play it and whatnot, you spend, like, a fortune on a good pack of cards if you're going to play it. And to collect them, they're not worth as much as Pokemon cards were back in the day. You know, you might have a card or two, unless you have, like, the Black frickin' Lotus, which is worth, like, thousands of dollars, because there's, like, 2 of them or 1 of them. You're not making, you know, it's not... You don't open that and get the holo and go,
Yeah.
woo! You just open it up and go, yeah, alright.
You go, woo! Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, the art is nice on them, but it's just not the same. And they probably still make Pokemon cards, but I just don't.
But
think
it's not at that level as it was before.
It's not at the level it was before.
But let's get into this game. We have Dave here expanding on the natural of. Wait, no,
that's aggressive.
No, that's Archie expanding at the natural of Dave.
Yes.
That is super aggressive. And you know what? This one Stalker and one Zealot might be able to poke down and deal enough damage to actually get rid of these Lings. He is going to be able to kite. Metabolic Boost is on the way here for Archie. But if he lets this hatch finish, that could be a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, a little bit of an issue might be an understatement.
Yeah.
That's going to turn into really quick reinforcements and probably roaches.
Yep.
Which will be definitely a lot to handle. You know, a queen will go down there probably, and then as soon as he's able to get up the ramp, Spine Crawler will be a thing that will show up. You know, you can do a lot with a hatchery in this position, especially, and you know, it's rare to see this go up like this.
Yeah.
There's been absolutely no resistance, so Archie is actually in a really damn good place right now.
What did the tits? Okay, there we go.
Oh, he went back.
He actually doesn't know that it's there. He has no idea. Now he does. He can see the creep. Wow. And now he's going down like, oh,
yeah.
Tits.
Now he's got, oh shit.
Well, that's
Dave.
what happens when you don't scout. And another thing, you're on Daybreak and you're not doing a Forge Fast Expand. So, I mean, you're doing a 4-gate, you know?
Which, on this map, is not a great idea.
Oh my gosh. Those ran right past the probe.
Are you serious? Okay, now he has an opportunity to do massive damage.
Yeah, I mean, if he drops a pylon down there...
Oh, that's wide open.
That is... I was going to say something real bad.
That
is all the way wide.
That is as wide open as some people's legs.
Whoa.
legs.
Whoa.
This is this is too early. You don't want to do that before you have the ramp.
So the spine crawlers are going down. The creep is working its way out. If he can get an overlord over here, he's going to have that vision. He's going to be able to take out a pylon here. Maybe even these two gates. Definitely these two pylons. Unpower some things, supply block, and just be a nuisance.
Especially since he put everything he has at the front of this base.
Yeah, it's not good. And now he's putting up a cannon there. I don't know how much that's going to do for him.
A cannon up on the top right would be a far better choice because he would actually be able to hit some of this stuff right now. Unfortunately, he's going to put it over there in the corner, creating, you know, he's helping create a choke, but he's really not going to do too much for himself here, and this is dangerous.
Oh, man. Yeah, there goes a stalker. If he loses those sentries, that's going to be terrible news for him. And there it is. That one cannon, though, actually might help out. Those stalkers are in a great position. He's the whole position right there.
No, you fool!
He's allowing those lings to get a surround on that cannon. That was one of the dumbest things I've seen since becoming a commentator. Ladies and gentlemen,
No, that's bullshit.
Okay, yeah, no, actually, that...
We have seen way more retarded things than that.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
That is like number 165 on the list of things that we've seen.
All right, you got me there. You're right.
It was pretty dumb, though. I'll give you that.
It was pretty stupid.
It was pretty dumb. It was pretty dumb.
It was pretty dumb.
It was pretty dumb. There are a lot of spine crawlers at the bottom of that ramp right now, sir.
Why does he keep going down there
I don't know,
towards
but
those?
he's getting... You know what? Archie is having a great time getting rid of sentries and stalkers and everything else with basically just zerglings. Very cheap. Inexpensive for him to get in there and do the damage. He's not really losing anything by losing those lings. He can throw them in there with all these spine crawlers now. And he's going to put down even more and move up the ramp with the queen. He's probably going to drop down
the vision.
some, probably going to drop down a creep tumor and make his way in, because why not at this point?
Well, these spine crawlers are just dealing so much damage. Where are the reinforcements? There's the lings. We do have a nice wide open area there for those lings to get through. No longer has to work his way in through this spot, but I mean, if he wants to... Okay, well, I mean, he's just got enough now.
He's got spine crawlers doing damage on the right. He can pretty much do whatever he wants, and I think this is going to be game over in about 35 seconds at this point. We have a Immortal coming out, which is okay if you had a fleet of freaking zealots to back it up.
Yeah, that one Immortal can do a lot of damage to those spine crawlers, but like Adam said, unfortunately, he just doesn't have the units to back up that Immortal. The spine crawlers are just working their way through all of these structures.
Oh my goodness.
The lings are dealing the finishing blow here, and I think we're going to see a GG from Dave at any given moment. There's nothing he can do. I mean, he didn't even put down that same probe is still alive, and there's the rage quit.
No, just gonna peace out at that point. You know what? He did have a brief window because he had that probe down there, and he was going for the warp gates, and he could have just dropped it down, warped in 3 or 4 zealots, gone right into the mineral line, and he could have just left all these units to go save his base, and you could have walked down with your stalkers and everything and cleaned up back home.
Yeah, I mean, you would have forced him to basically start mining from here and have a base from over here, but this was just totally wide open.
That was wide open.
Could have done some serious damage, but that's not what happened.
Nope.
Let's hand it to Archie. He did
well
a fairly
done, sir.
good job.
That was aggressive.
Yeah, it was a decent game, something a little bit different.
Sure.
And that's about it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. The links are in the description below. If you want to know what we do all the time, go there.
Lesson of the day: you are never, ever, ever too old for the Pokemans.